Hello and welcome to the ARCS. We're live here from Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Buc-ee 70. After a dominating win by Jack Porter at Atlanta, we come here to Texas to decide the third winner of Season 2. Now let's take a look at your top 10 qualifiers in today's field. Starting on the pole is Draven Sandy. In second, Tyler Seville. In third, Trevor Walker. In fourth, Dave Wilson. In fifth, Andy Seville. In sixth, Manglo Singlebench. In seventh, Matthew Buc-ee Jr. In eighth, Blummer Plummer. In ninth, Jack Porter. And rounding out your top 10, Ryan Hubbs. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers and get right on into the action. And we're live here at Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Buc-ee 70. And as you can see out there, we've got 13 alternate schemes for 13 drivers here in the ARCS. So if your paint scheme looks a little bit different today, don't worry, it was planned. As you can see, Draven Sandy on the pole for today's race. And that outside, we got that 47 car of, I believe that is Tyler Seville, and Draven Sandy's going to lead us to green here at Texas. Pretty solid start for Sandy on the bottom, but too wide for second as they'll lead him down into turn one here at Texas with Mike Kopis going 3 wide already. Everybody tightly packed here early in this race as Andy Seville is going to look to the inside of 21 car with that alternate scheme. Trevor Walker with the alternate scheme. Buc-ee Jr. is going to maybe look to the inside of Andy Seville here for a second. But whoa, Andy Seville might look to the inside for the lead here. And we've got 2x2 for the lead here in Texas. Lap 2 of 47 complete, a long way from the end of this one, but definitely an exciting race we're hoping here today at Texas. As Sandy, our pulsers, got shuffled out to the outside lane. And Matthew Buc-ee Jr. is likely going to lead this lap. Maybe Jack Porter, we'll see at the stripe. Jack Porter, our leader, or our winner, I should say, at Atlanta. He was our leader at Atlanta for a long time, actually, a very dominant win. But, ooh, Jack Porter almost put the bumper to Buc-ee Jr. And they'll be side by side on the backstretch, but I believe that'll give Jack Porter the edge going into turn 3 here. And John Ross Stein, the rookie, so both drivers on the inside line are both rookies, so we'll see how things shake out here as John Ross Stein giving a good push to Jack Porter, and Jack Porter's going to lead that lap. But John Ross Stein might lead the next one. Jack Porter can't throw a good enough block. Ooh, and John Ross Stein gets to the inside of Jack Porter. And that's going to give Darren Kiefer the opportunity to slide up into second place. The only Audi in this field is running second here at Texas. But actually not for long, as Ryan King makes it 3 wide for second place and absolutely sends it underneath Darren Kiefer. And that's going to allow that 94 car to lead the lap here at Texas. Ryan King is making aggressive moves here as he's going to go for the lead here. As you can see, the 4 car and the 40 car of Matthew Buc-ee Jr. and Jack Porter are getting shuffled out, and it's 3 wide here in the pack. Definitely a scary sight at Texas. You definitely don't want to be 3 wide. It is a fast track, and if somebody makes a mistake, it could take out half the field. So you definitely have to watch out here at Texas. But, ooh, and a little bit of smoke. Somebody's probably got an engine problem, I think. The 12 car I saw might... Oh, and we got a crash! We have a 2-car wreck here. Michael Redinger, I believe. And another car, I couldn't quite see the 10 car of Jordan Walker, my bad. And they'll race back to the start-finish line. And it looks like Ryan King's going to lead us back. But a scary wreck in 1 and 2 for 2 drivers. Ooh, and Maxwell Smart, a little bit of contact with John Ross Stein, and Ryan King's your leader under caution here at Texas. And another wreck behind as they come to the stripe. Blummer Plummer, Theophilus Morgendorfer Sr., Ringus McDingus, and a couple other drivers involved. Jerry Funk as well, Patrick Turner, and the wrecks just keep coming here at Texas. And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway with a couple replays of the accident here, and Dodge is trying to get a little too much out of their car as they've got engine trouble here going into turn 1, and Michael Redinger cleans out the 10 car. Dodge has had a pretty solid return here, but they definitely did not want to see that happen going into turn 1 here at Texas. And here's the other replay of the accident that happened. Sean Carson and Ringus McDingus get involved. Cassie Reynolds, Patrick Turner, Noah Hobson, and a bunch of other drivers at the back get collected. And both Monster Energy cars, I believe, get a little damage here at Texas Motor Speedway, but sad to see those drivers get knocked out of the race, but they were racing competitively back to the caution lights, so can't blame them for getting wrecked there, but we'll get back to the action in just a moment. And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway, and let's take a look at the drivers out of this race so far. We're lap 10 of 47 complete. Finishing in last for the day will be the 10 car of Jordan Walker. In the 39th position will be Ringus McDingus. 38th will be Patrick Turner with a piston issue. In 37th, Cassidy Reynolds. In 36th, defending champion Jerry Funk with his third DNF of the season in the third race. Jerry Funk's title defense has not gone off to a good start in Season 2. And then in 35th will be Plummer, sorry. And he's got a camshaft issue, so that'll wrap up the 5 drivers out of this one. And Ryan King will lead us back to green here at Texas. As I believe that 91 car on Mitch Barrier making his way through the pack. I don't think we've talked about him at all in the third race here at Texas, but Ryan King with a really good start as everybody gets up through the gears here at Texas. But the top 2 cars are both running alternate schemes for today's race. Well, they were the top 2 cars as Trevor Walker gets a car underneath him and Ricky Quinn. As everybody's forming up nicely here at Texas. Ryan King will lead that lap 12 of 47 in the Buc-ee 70 here at Texas, and Ricky Quinn's gonna look to the inside of Ryan King for the lead here. As the 94, the rookie of John Ross Stein, is up at the front here with Denzel Scott behind. And I believe that's Maxwell Smart on the inside lane, yep, as well. So a bunch of drivers hungry up here at the front trying to get the victory at Texas, but a long way to go still, as we're only 13 of 47 complete. So definitely a race of attrition here at Texas, but ooh, almost 3 wide for the lead as Denzel Scott's going to make it 3 wide for the lead, I believe. Yep, coming off turn 2 and on the backstretch. We'll see how this one pans out going into turn 3. Hopefully everybody is able to keep their cars clean, and it is definitely a hornet's nest up at the front of the field here. So we've got 3 wide between, I believe, the 02 of Draven Sandy, Maxwell Smart, and Ricky Quinn and John Ross Stein, roughly. But Denzel Scott's going to get passed by Mitch Barrier. Well, the pass is being made here, but not completed yet. As you get the 19 car, another Dodge up at the front. So the top 2 on the bottom are both Dodge. So Dodge obviously didn't get a good start to this race, but they've had a pretty good start to the season as Jack Porter collected the victory at Atlanta. And then we had another Dodge at Daytona collecting the victory in Deacon Gentleman. So definitely a very good start to the season for Dodge, but obviously not in this race for Dodge as they had a car go out due to engine issues. So Dodge is definitely going to have to look into what went wrong on that 10 car of Jordan Walker, so that doesn't happen again later in this season. We've got 3 wide aplenty at the front here as Clay Stone and that 19 car, I believe, of Deacon Gentleman, as we were just speaking about Deacon Gentleman as he was our winner at Daytona, have kind of slightly broken away here just a little bit, but they are still kind of tethered together to the rest of this pack. So we've got 2 and 3 wide aplenty, almost 4 wide here. And that, and we got a wreck. Oh, Denzel Scott, Mitch Barrier, Manglo Stinglebench in the backstretch has got a couple spinning cars here. Oh, and Jack Porter's involved. John Ross Stein, the rookie, and a couple other drivers involved. Roland Heidfeld with massive damage. And I think the 19 car, yep, led back to the stripe, so we'll have to get a replay of this in just a moment. After some further review in the booth up here, we got a replay of the accident, and looks like it starts with Denzel Scott and the 7 of John Hendricks and Mitch Barrier get involved here early in this wreck. But too bad for Denzel Scott as he was leading early and a bunch of drivers get pancaked in the back of the field. Jack Porter, Mediocrity's Man Cannon, Roland Heidfeld, and I believe that's Matthew Buc-ee Jr. in the 4. Yep, on the bottom of the track, and a lot of good cars out in this race at about the... getting close to the halfway point in this race, but we'll get right back to the action in just a moment. And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway after another accident occurred, and our 34th place finisher on the day will be Noah Hobson, who crashed out in 33rd. The 41 car of Christian Louisa in 32nd will be the 40 car of Jack Porter, our Atlanta winner. In 31st will finish the 51 car of Michael Redinger, and he's retired from this race. In 30th, Roland Heidfeld. In 29th, Matthew Buc-ee Jr. And the last car that's out in this race will finish 28th, and that'll be the 12 car of Sean Carson. So more drivers added to the fatality list here at Texas. And the fastest lap of the day is the 10 car of Jordan Walker, but he is out. And Dodge must have done something with that engine, because he was fast, obviously with the fastest lap, but something went wrong with that engine and it expired on track, and that caused the first wreck of the day. So Dodge will definitely, like I said before, have to get that looked at, I should say. And speaking of look out, Darren Kiefer's up here at the front in the Audi, the lone Audi in the field. And again, speaking of Dodge, Dodge is leading here at Texas with Deacon Gentleman, our Daytona winner, in the lead. So a lot of storylines up at the front here. And another strong car's Ryan King, as he was dominant early in this race, but we'll see how everything pans out as we're 22 of 47 complete here in the Buc-ee's 70. It's the 47 car of Diego Tacone, I believe. I believe that's Diego Tacone. Yep, no, my bad. I was thinking of Season 1. If it was Season 1, the 47 car would be Diego Tacone, but this season the 37 car is, or the 47 car, I should say. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but Darren Kiefer, let's get back to the action that actually matters. Darren Kiefer is in the lead here. But Darren Kiefer's in the lead, so we got Ryan King, two strong cars up at the front, Deacon Gentleman, Darren Kiefer, and Ryan King. They've been pretty strong in this race. But that 47 car of Tyler Seville is third on the bottom. But what I was trying to say was Diego Tacone and Tyler Seville ride swapped for Season 2, so their Season 1 cars were still in my head, so that's what I was thinking. But as you can see here, obviously not the same cars. So Ryan King still holding strong here at Texas, 24 of 47 complete. It's Darren Kiefer, the lone Audi in this field, on the outside getting shoveled back, but he might be able to drop to the inside lane if Maxwell Smart will give him some room, and I don't think that's going to happen. As the 47 car of Tyler Seville, not Diego Tacone, will take the lead here at Texas with the 38 car of Keith Vega. Been pretty quiet today for Keith Vega, but he's up at the front here toward the middle of this race, so we'll see how everything works here in the middle portion of this race. I believe the drivers are racing pretty calm now, so we hopefully don't want to see any more accidents. As I say that, the 38 and 47 almost get together. And Maxwell Smart going to make a move, possibly going to turn 1, and he's peeking out just a little bit, and we might get 3 wide, but I believe that 38 car is going to close the door going onto the backstretch. 83, Andy Seville up here again at the front of the pack. I believe he was up at the front earlier, but got shuffled back, and Maxwell Smart's going to use the bumper on the 38 car. Oh, and we got a crash! Cletus McFarland, Darren Kiefer, the 21 car, Trevor Walker in that alternate scheme. Oh, and Dave Wilson are involved. Hopefully no other cars come by and, oh, clean him out, just as I said, and Denzel Scott gets more damage and adds insult to injury here at Texas. Oh, and the 22 car absolutely destroys the 21 of Trevor Walker. Ellie Buss and Trevor Walker, massive crash after the yellow flag was out. And what was Ellie Buss thinking? And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway with a look of the crazy replay here, and Trevor Walker kind of gets this all started, and Darren Kiefer and Cletus McFarland, Deacon Gentleman gets involved, and just watch here as Trevor Walker's patiently waiting to get picked up. Oh, gets hit by Denzel Scott. You know, another driver to get pinged off of. And then Ellie Buss, I don't know what Ellie Buss was thinking, and Trevor Walker goes airborne and collects Cletus McFarland as if that driver didn't have enough trouble already today. And Trevor Walker's day is going to end on the end of a wrecker, but not before going through the air here at Texas. And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway. Maxwell Smart's in the lead here, surprisingly enough, with 17 laps to go, about to be 16 at the Buc-ee 70. And let's take a look at the fastest lap on the day. And the Buc-ee's fastest lap goes to Jordan Walker still, so that beefed Dodge engine that blew earlier in this race claimed the fastest lap, but obviously not on track anymore. But speaking of things being on track, Richard Petty dives off track, and that's going to let Maxwell Smart lead us back to green here at Texas. Ooh, Andy Seville being a little aggressive on the outside. And a car we have not talked about at all today, Theophilus Morgendorfer Jr. up at the front of this field late in this race. As you can see, the amount of cars we have left in this race that don't have damage are pretty small, as 23 cars are all that remain here at Texas, so almost half the field is gone. But we still have a pretty solid group of racy cars up at the front, so all is not lost here at Texas. As Maxwell Smart's going to lead that lap, but I mean, I would gander to say that that 38 car is going to lead the next one, as the 38 at Keith Vega is going to dive to the inside, but actually never mind, as the 47 might make a little contact with the 38 and make it 3 wide for the lead. Almost. Nope, that 47 is going to sit pretty inside. Oh, actually, never mind. Might get 3 wide for the lead, and we get 2 wide for the lead. But Ryan King might have something to say about that one, as we're going to get 33 of 47 complete, and the laps are ticking off here at Texas. And this is where a lot of drivers are going to make a lot of interesting moves to do anything for this race victory. I wouldn't be surprised if we got another caution, but there aren't very many cars left here at the front that don't have any damage. We do have a lot of cars out on track. They're just not as competitive as they wish they could be. With Dave Wilson in the back. Will Dave Wilson be another lap car that messes things up? He messed things up at Daytona at the end of that race, so we'll see if he can be a factor in this one. But 13 laps to go here in the Buc-ee 70, and Ryan King been dominant all day, been a face at the front of the field, but he is leading here. And Manglo Stinglebinch, a driver we have not really talked about a lot today. He's avoided some wrecks, I think, at the back, but that 14 car, and I believe that 14 car might have just a little bit of damage. Ryan Hubbs on the front, I believe it looks a little crinkled in, but that might just be the angle I'm sitting at in the booth. But Manglo Stinglebinch is going to take the lead from Ryan King. So Ryan King going to get shuffled out to the outside, but a little bit of 3 wide action back there as we got the 38 car, the 7, and the 83, all 3 wide. Ooh, and Maxwell Smart's going to make an aggressive move to the inside of Ryan Hubbs, the rookie. And speaking of rookies, that rookie, Manglo Stinglebinch, is leading, but maybe not for long. Whoa, and Ryan King and that 47 car of Tyler Seville made a little contact on the tri-oval there. And we're 2 wide for the lead here in turn 1 and 2, as Maxwell Smart, the seasoned veteran, is going to take the lead here at Texas. Ooh, maybe, but Manglo Stinglebinch is going to put up a fight here in turn 3 and 4 with a little help from Ryan Hubbs on that outside lane, and we got 3 wide for the 3rd place position as Quinn Porter, Draven Sandy, oh, and they're getting tight in the tri-oval as Quinn Porter and Draven Sandy almost came together, but Draven Sandy thought better of it and backed off the gas just slightly. As Andy Seville and Quinn Porter are very tightly packed on the bottom, and they're trying to mount a charge against Maxwell Smart in that 20 car. Quinn Porter's had pretty average season thus far through 3 races, but he's hoping he can make it more than just an average season and collect the victory here at Texas, but he's going to need a push from that 83 car of Andy Seville to get him there. And I believe they're hooked up in the right form and fashion to get him there. As you can see back in this pack here, don't count these drivers out, but we're just going to give them a little bit of a spotlight. The 42 of Clay Stone back there in an alternate scheme is still hanging on. Got that 7. Hey, the 17 car of Tony Jansen. Let's give him a shout out. Tony Jansen dropped out earlier in this race. I still believe he's up at the front, but he did have a mechanical issue. Oh, and we got a crash. A big crash here at Texas. Ryan Hubbs, the rookie, is upside down, end over end. Oh, and this is a massive crash, and Tony Jansen's got more damage. Draven Sandy's involved. Oh, and more drivers are piling in. My goodness, these drivers just cannot slow down here at Texas. And I believe... Oh, and we got more carnage on track. Oh, watch out, everybody. But we'll have to get a replay of this accident in just a moment here at Texas. And after a look at the replay, we've got a wild ride here in Texas with Ryan Hubbs, the rookie, going for the craziest ride this season. Take a look. As he goes end over end across the start-finish line. Theophilus Morgendorfer Jr. getting involved. Tony Jansen. I was just talking up Tony Jansen earlier after a mechanical problem, and absolute carnage befalls the pack. Draven Sandy needed a good run today, and he gets involved in an accident. Oh, and Senior and Junior, I believe, gotten involved. Nope, that was the 2-car. Never mind. That was the 2-car of Diego Tacon that absolutely destroyed the 24, and we'll get back to the action in just a moment here at Texas Motor Speedway. And we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway. 42 of 47 complete. We're going to get about 4 laps here at Texas, so a 4-lap shootout. But first, we got to tell you about who's left in this race, as we only have 15 cars. If you look at the top right-hand corner of your screen, 15 cars are left in this race. And 16th will be credited with John Ross Stein finishing 16th place, but we'll see how this one ends here. But a 4-lap dash for all the cash here at Texas, but Andy Seville is going to lead us to green here, and we'll see who can shoot the 6-shooters in victory lane at Texas, but we got to make it without any wrecks or any overtimes here, so you never know what could go down here in the Lone Star State. And Manglo Stinglebench already 3 wide, and we haven't even gotten through turn 2 yet. Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, the highest rookie in the field, I should add, is trying to make some moves late in the race to win, but Maxwell Smart, I think, has better ideas, as he might look to the inside of Manglo Stinglebench. But don't forget the leader of Andy Seville. He's still leading this puppy. Oh, wait. That 47 is going to look to the inside of the 83. That's Tyler Seville and Andy Seville. The 2 Sevilles are 1-2 here at Texas. The battle of the brothers here at Texas is underway. I just realized that, surprisingly enough, that both brothers are up here at the front, and it's going to be a spectacle here to the end of this race. But it looks like Tyler Seville is the better brother so far here at Texas, but still have about 2-3 laps in this race left. 45 of 47 complete here at the Buc-ee 70. And Maxwell Smart's going to take a look to the inside. We have almost got 4 wide here, but Quinn Porter thought better of it. But Maxwell Smart's got the lead, as Maxwell Smart at the end of Season 1 went on a tear, winning a couple races. Actually, I should say 2 races in the playoffs as a non-playoff driver. But Maxwell Smart would love to see a playoff check next to his name in Season 2. But Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, is thinking better of it, and he's going to look to the inside of Maxwell Smart. 46 of 47 complete, 2 laps to go. As the craziness, and don't count out John Hendricks, the rookie, on that bottom lane. We have not said his name all day, maybe once here at Texas, but don't count him out. Maybe Maxwell Smart will be able to drop inside of John Hendricks, but I don't think so, as John Hendricks, whoa, a little bit of contact there, but Manglo Stinglebench has got a little bit of breathing room here. But Ryan King is the driver on the bottom side, and it's 3 wide for second, and that might have just given Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, enough time to escape the clutches of everyone else. We'll have to wait and see, though, as Ryan King is still close. But that 3 wide stalled out a lot of drivers, and Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, might get the win here at Texas. And he does! Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, wins here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Buc-ee 70. Congratulations to Manglo Stinglebench on his first career victory here at Texas. Well, we're back here at Texas Motor Speedway after a chaotic race filled with carnage and drama at the end. Manglo Stinglebench, the rookie, claims victory, and he is the 2nd rookie on the season to claim victory in the ARCS, as Jack Porter won at Atlanta, and now Manglo Stinglebench. In second, we have Ryan King, was a dominant car all day, but ultimately came up short. In third, Keith Vega. In fourth, the rookie John Hendricks. In fifth, Maxwell Smart. In sixth, Andy Seville, and he wins the Battle of the Seville brothers here today at Texas. In seventh, Clay Stone. In eighth, the loser of the Seville battle, Tyler Seville. In ninth, Quinn Porter. And rounding out your top 10, Ricky Quinn. As you can see, all the carnage in the field here today. Only 15 cars were able to complete this race. And congratulations again to the winner, Manglo Stinglebitch.